anniversary as an independent branch of service of the Armed Forces of the Philippines. Most of all, it is a time to thank God for the 6 decades and 9 years of abundant blessings. Our pride comes from the fact that we have surpassed challenges, how we have grown stronger each passing year, and that despite our given limitations, we are definitely headed to the future. We do not move in circles. We move upward always. Every step we take, we become stronger, we become better. Time and again, the entire country bore witness to what the Air Force is all about as we destroy enemy strongholds, as we rush to save countless of lives at the heights of disasters and calamities, as we stimulate rain in areas threatened by El Nino, as we establish roaming presence over the Kalayaan groups of islands, and as we reorganize and regroup to fight and counter terrorism and other threats. Time and again, the people saw how we prize our service honor by keeping ourselves above controversies and anomalies, and by instead going about our business of transforming our bases into centerpieces of professionalism, discipline, and order, and our airmen and airwomen into champions in crisis, in peace, and even in sports. Because our goal is to secure the nation and serve the people. Time and again, people saw how we respond as we extricate victims of terrorism and recover bodies, albeit harsh weather, treacherous terrain, or hostile ground fires. And time and again, through continuous training and exercises, we continue to enlarge our character in combat, in peacekeeping efforts, and in humanitarian assistance and disaster response. All these are manifestations of our collective efforts. Each Philippine Air Force officer, each airman, each airwoman, each civilian employee, no doubt, contributed to the overall mission accomplishment. And I indeed feel very proud to be given the opportunity to lead them. We started with an act. We gained a habit. We pursued a habit. We gained a character. We pursued a character. We will gain our destiny. On the strength of our accomplishments, we in the Air Force refresh anew each one's commitment to our sworn mandate. More so, that our nation is under the leadership of our new President and Commander-in-Chief. He is someone who is familiar with the capabilities of the Philippine Air Force. For as the former mayor of the city of Davao, he has worked directly with our air crew, not only in the upkeep of the city's security, but also in ensuring prompt response in times of disasters and calamities. Mr. President, sir, the Air Force is ready to take on this commitment to a higher level with you as our Commander-in-Chief. This readiness is expressed in our anniversary theme, breaking barriers, realizing aspirations towards a jointly engaged and transforming force for greater peace and security. Tayo'y patuloy na magbabalangkas ng mga epektibong estratehiya upang lalong lumakas ang ating pagkikipag-ugnayan at pagkikipagtulungan sa iba pang sangay ng sandatahang lakas, ang hukbong katihan at hukbong dagat, at sa iba pang ahensya at kagawaran ng pamahalaan, katulad ng pambansang pulisya, upang mapaghandaan ang anumang posibilidad at pagbabanta, at upang mas mabigyan pa ng ngipin ang ating pinagsama-samang kapabilidad. This new spirit and direction ahead is clear. We have staked our claim as the jointly engaged and transforming force for greater peace and security. We now make a new commitment to be truly the jointly engaged and transforming force in everything we do, in all missions and operations. Your Air Force is fully engaged to support our President's battle cry of genuine and meaningful change. Your Air Force is fully committed to transform positively, starting from within us, in order to make these changes permanent and significant. Indeed, we have come a long way. We have achieved much with little that we have, but we consistently turn the odds in our favor. Today, we are winners and champions in every sense of the word. But what we presently have can still be made better. For at the end of our performance, the question will not be how much do we have, but how much we have given. Not how many victories we have won, but how much we have done. Not how much we have secured, but how much we have sacrificed. Not how greatly we were honored, but how unselfishly we have served. After all, the ideal of success is not enough if it does not carry the ideal of service. Let us carry on the ideal of service, for it is the ideal of a jointly engaged and transforming force. Mabuhay ang Philippine Air Force! Mabuhay tayong lahat! Happy 69th anniversary to us all!
We would like to direct everyone's attention towards the left side of the horizon as the instructor pilots of the Air Education and Training Command form the numbers 6 and 9, representing the 69 magnificent years of the Philippine Air Force. The number 6 is formed by 11 T-41 primary trainer aircraft and the number 9 by 9 SF-260 basic trainer aircraft.
We shall now proceed to the presentation of command and honors.
Tonghon! Up! Talk! Halt! Talk!
Please stand for the honors.
Wala dito.
granted.
Baba! Halt!
The troop commander will now present the troops for inspection.
Mahal na Pangulo, handa na po ang bukluran para sa pagsisiyasat.
Our guest of honor and speaker, President Rodrigo R. Duterte, will now inspect the troops. He will be accompanied by the Commanding General, Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Edgar R. Falurina, Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the troop
It was a
commander.
splendid show of our capability to meet the challenges to the security of our nation. Thank you very much at mabuhay kayong lahat.
Once again, our guest of honor and speaker, President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, will now inspect the troops. He will be accompanied by the Commanding General, Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Edgar R. Falurina, Armed Forces of the Philippines, and the Troop Commander, Brigadier General Lar Crispito Manda, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
Born on March 28, 1945 at Maasin, Leyte, from a family of public servants. His father, lawyer Vicente Duterte, was a former mayor of Danao, Cebu, who later became the governor of Davao Province. His mother, the former Soledad Roa, was a school teacher and a civic leader.
The young Rodi Duterte first attended elementary school at Maasin and at the Santa Ana Elementary School in Davao City. He finished his secondary education at the Holy Cross College of Digos. He pursued his Bachelor of Arts degree in Political Science at the Lyceum of the Philippines University in Manila and took up law at the San Beda College, where he graduated in 1972 and passed the bar exam that same year.
His career as a public servant started in 1977 when he became a special counsel at the Davao City Prosecutor's Office, until he became the second assistant city prosecutor in 1983. As a three-term mayor, he gained national and international fame for transforming Davao City as one of the country's most peaceful cities.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the Republic of the Philippines and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Rodrigo R. Duterte.
He served Davao City as chief executive for 22 years. His accomplishments led to the recognition of Davao City as one of the 20 most livable cities in Asia by Asia Week magazine, cleanest and greenest highly urbanized city, most child-friendly city, most competitive city to do business, most gender-responsive LGU in the Philippines, and most outstanding local government highly urbanized city, among others. Davao City was also able to develop its own 24/7 emergency hotline called Central 911 and was among the first to send relief assistance to Tacloban City, Leyte after it was devastated by Super Typhoon Yolanda in November 2013.
As a public official, he also championed several advocacies that sought to provide a more equitable development of the country and uplifted the lives of the marginalized sector.
On the May 9, 2016 presidential election, the Filipino people elected him in a landslide victory where he garnered more than 16,600,000 votes, and he holds the distinction as the first president in the history of the Philippines to come from Mindanao.
gentlemen, a big hand for our guest of honor and speaker, President of the Republic of the Philippines and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, Rodrigo R. Duterte.
Let us now proceed to the presentation of awards.
Ang mga taong pararangalan at watawat, umakit na! Cut!
Awards and decorations are significant evidences of valiant acts and exhibits of proficiency, competency, and distinction. The presentation of awards is a recognition for the outstanding performance, especially in the military service.
These awards are presented to the officers, enlisted personnel, and civilian employees of the Philippine Air Force for meritorious and exceptional achievements rendered to the country and the Filipino people.
The awardees are requested to join the color detail on the ground.
Mahal na Pangulo, narito na po lahat ang mga taong pararangalan at mga watawat. Tanghal! Ho!
Please rise for the honors to the nation.
Sa
seated.
Bapa! Go!
We shall now proceed to the presentation of awards. May we request our guest of honor and speaker, President Rodrigo R. Duterte, to present the awards. He will be assisted by the Commanding General, Philippine Air Force, Lieutenant General Edgar R. Falyorina, Armed Forces of the Philippines.
For having been adjudged as the Commanding General, Philippine Air Force Streamer Awardee 2016, Air Division category. The plaque of recognition and streamer are presented to 2nd Air Division. To receive the award is Major General Julius Cesar M. Guillermo, Officer-8434 Armed Forces of the Philippines, Division Commander.
For having been adjudged as the Commanding General, Philippine Air Force Streamer Awardee 2016, Command Category. The plaque of recognition and streamer are presented to Air Logistics Command. To receive the award is Major General Arnold A. Mansita, Officer-9247 Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander.
For having been adjudged as the Commanding General, Philippine Air Force Streamer Awardee 2016, Tactical Wing category. The plaque of recognition and streamer are presented to 50th Presidential Airlift Wing. To receive the award is Colonel Allen T. Paredes, Officer-9850 Philippine Air Force MNSA, Wing Commander.
For having been adjudged as the Commanding General, Philippine Air Force Streamer Awardee 2016, Support Wing category. The plaque of recognition and streamer are presented to 355th Aviation Engineer Wing. To receive the award is Colonel Antonio Ramon A. Lim, Officer-9480 Philippine Air Force General Staff Corps, Wing Commander.
For having been adjudged as the Commanding General, Philippine Air Force Streamer Awardee 2016, Tactical Group category. The plaque of recognition and streamer are presented to Tactical Operations Group 8, 2nd Air Division. To receive the award is Lieutenant Colonel Vicente A. Naldosa Jr., Officer-11425 Philippine Air Force MNSA, Group Commander.
For having been adjudged as the Commanding General, Philippine Air Force Streamer Awardee 2016, Support Group Category, the plaque of recognition and streamer are presented to 357th Engineer Group, 355th Aviation Engineer Wing. To receive the award is Lieutenant Colonel Arturo L. Gutierrez, Officer-127508, Philippine Air Force, Group Commander.
For having been adjudged as the Philippine Air Force Ready Reserve Wing of the Year 2016. The plaque of recognition and streamer are presented to 1st Air Force Wing Reserve. To receive the award is Colonel Raimundo T. Francisco, Officer-126367 Philippine Air Force Reserve, General Staff Corps, Wing Commander.
For having been adjudged as the Philippine Air Force Model Base of the Year 2016, the plaque of recognition and streamer are presented to Fernando Air Base, Lipa City. To receive the award is Major General Galileo Gerard R. Quintanar Jr., Officer-9216, Armed Forces of the Philippines, Commander, Air Education and Training Command.
For having the best overall aircraft accident prevention program in all flight safety functional areas for anniversary year 2015 to 2016. The Commanding General's Flight Safety Award is presented to 50th Presidential Airlift Wing. To receive the award is Colonel Allen T. Paredes, Officer-9850 Philippine Air Force MNSA, Wing Commander.
For having been adjudged as the Philippine Air Force Officer of the Year 2016, the plaque of recognition is presented to Major Michael Vincent R. Malyari, Officer-13621, Philippine Air Force, 15th Strike Wing.
For having been adjudged as the Philippine Air Force Non-Commissioned Officer of the Year 2016. The plaque of recognition is presented to Technical Sergeant Adriano L. Reginales Jr., 830188 Philippine Air Force, 15th Strike Wing.
For having been adjudged as the Philippine Air Force Airman of the Year 2016, the plaque of recognition is presented to Airman First Class Jerel A. Abuelas, 892764, Philippine Air Force, 530th Air Base Wing.
For having been adjudged as the Philippine Air Force Model Supervisor of the Year 2016. The plaque of recognition is presented to Dr. Marilyn Diza Lumaday, 1301st Philippine Air Force Dental Dispensary.
For having been adjudged as the Philippine Air Force Model Employee of the Year 2016, the plaque of recognition is presented to Mr. Vincent A. Villapando Jr., Civilian Employee, 205th Tactical Helicopter Wing.
Thank you, sirs, and congratulations all our awardees.
The Secretary of National Defense, the Honorable Delphine N. Lorenzana, will now introduce our guest of honor and speaker.